Hey, reach up there and pull those belts tight. One more time, you're watching the original Rebels Racing League.
Welcome everybody to Texas Motor Speedway for Intensity Broadcasting's live coverage of the Tunnel to Towers 150 doubleheader here with the original Rebels Racing League Outlaw Series, followed by the original Rebel Series, Rebels Trucks following. My name is Josh Hall. Thanks for joining me tonight here as we get ready for an awesome tribute tonight. As all week, the original Rebels have been collecting money for the Tunnels to Towers organization, which is a great organization that gives back to the 9/11 survivors. So we do appreciate everything they've done. And a lot of these trucks tonight we'll see in some patriotic colors. So you see Fry Hubbard on track right now, rocking a New York City paint job with Never Forget on the side. So it's really, really awesome tribute that a lot of these guys are given tonight. Whether it be their regular paint job with a little extra flair, or to be a full car or truck in this series, showing their support for 9/11 and all the men and women that we've lost in both the tragic 9/11 events as well as the wars that happened afterwards. But tonight we celebrate, and tonight we get some racing done here at no better place than Texas Motor Speedway. So we had actually no time left in practice now. We're going to be going right into qualifying. Before we get into qualifying, let's take a look at our points coming in. You see, oh, this is the wrong points. I apologize. I hit the wrong button. Let's try this again. Nope, that's still the wrong ones. Hey, look at that. There we go. Now we got the right points up on the screen. And Tracy Passons and Jason Rockefeller tied currently at the top of the board. Both Tracy with 2 wins and Jason with no wins. So it just shows that consistency and winning can both pay off. Steve Loving sitting in 3rd in points. He's only 15 points back. Then a large gap back to 4th with Michael Kosick, right around 30 points back. So actually 41 points back to be exact off the lead. So Jamie Mullins, Matt Kleeman, Scott McDonald, James Jones, Aaron Mack, and Fry Hubbard round out the top 10. Actually, Eric Burkhalter is tied for top 10 as well. So tight battle up at the top. And then a tight battle as we look back down to the 16th on up, as that is the final playoff spots. Just getting some last minute updates here. So let's take a look at who's on track right now for qualifying. I don't know why that keeps doing that. I'm not having much luck tonight with our point standings here. And the first truck out on track is the 22 of Ricky Montgomery, who gets up into the wall. That's going to take away his qualifying time. See, Tracy Passon's out on track right now, our co-point leader. Was just at the top of the board, but Jake Ellingson just jumped above him. Now Trevor Burge to the top board, and Tracy Passon's back up to the top. So you'll see your standings on the side there. See who else is out on track right now. Jason Rockefeller just jumped up to the top of the speed charts. So tied for points lead, as well as starting 1-2 on the grid so far tonight, unless somebody can bump them off. Phil the Hitman Manzo just finished up his qualifying attempt. Let's see who is just rolling out. We got Jerry Kershaw just coming out on track right now. Give me just a moment while I reload my graphics here. Jerry Kershaw coming across the line here. He's going to move up to 14th on his first lap. Holding a great line here. A little high there through 3 and 4. You want to be right up against that white line there. That's the fastest way around, but pretty solid lap here as he comes across the line. And he's going to move up into the 13th position. Steve Loving, our third place in points at the moment. Comes across, or coming down the backstretch for his first of 2 laps. And see those familiar Miller colors on him, but the red, white, and blue, which pays tribute, which is amazing as he's right there on that white line. You can see him nice and tight through the corner there. It pushes a little bit there through turns 1 and 2. Here's a little bit of speed, but as they come down the backstretch, Steven currently in 15th on the charts, right down on that white line yet again through turns 3 and 4. And coming across the line, and he's going to move up into the 11th position. And also I'm just noticing that Jamie Mullins has taken over the top spot on the speed charts as we speak. See Fry Hubbard coming across the car, actually just started his first of 2 laps. As he comes across the line here, we'll see where he ends up on his first lap, up to 18th. Let's see if he can improve here as he goes, dives down into turns 1 and 2, right down on that white line. You see that truck sliding through the corner, keeping as much speed as it can as he comes rocketing down the backstretch. This looks like a pretty good line here through turns 3 and 4 as well. Again, right down on that white line. And across the stripe to put him up in the 3rd. So knocks Tracy Parsons back to 4th. Looks like we got about 3.5 more minutes. Still a few cars left to qualify. Tevin Whitner, Michael Swink, Jerry LeGrand, Josh Lokenvitz, all yet to qualify. Again, we do thank you for coming out here tonight and joining us here on Intensity Broadcasting in this awesome tribute back to the fallen heroes of 9/11. And we do see you sitting there in the chat. So whether you're watching on Facebook, on YouTube, or Twitch, don't forget to drop a like. Subscribe if this is your first time joining us here. And let us know who you're pulling for tonight here in the first race of the Sunday night doubleheader. Don't see any other cars out on track at the moment. Could be a couple of cars waiting to get that last minute qualifying attempt. as we get ready for 100 laps here at Texas Motor Speedway. And when we do the grid tonight, I'll do it a little bit differently, as I'll make sure to show off everybody's fantastic paint jobs tonight. Again, don't forget to join us tonight after this race as well, as the Original Rebels Truck Series, the OG Truck Series, will be taking on Texas Motor Speedway for 100 laps as well tonight, as they continue to give tribute to all those lost during 9/11. So Jamie Mullins still at the top of the board currently. Do still have 4 trucks yet to qualify, but we have just about a minute left. So I don't think we'll be seeing these guys get out. Get out on track. So as we get ready to grid here in just a moment. And again, I will say one more time, thank you for joining us here on Intensity Broadcasting. My name's Josh Hall. And whether you're watching on Facebook, on YouTube, on Twitch, don't forget to like, follow, and subscribe. Drop us a line. Let us know who you're pulling for tonight. If you're watching on eRacing TV, we appreciate you joining us here on Intensity for that as well. Don't know what eRacing TV is? Well, it's a free app that you can download for your Fire Stick or your Roku. And you can catch live iRacing 7 nights a week. There are a couple leagues right now who are taking a little hiatus, getting ready for the season to start back up. But for the most part, you'll be able to find all the Intensity Broadcasting broadcasts there on eRacing TV. So let's take a look at your starting grid. Nobody's really hit the track yet. So on pole tonight, the 66 at Jamie Mullins, followed by Jason Rockefeller in the 01 to his outside. Row 2 will find Fry Hubbard and Tracy Passons. Row 3, the 04 of Michael Kosick and the 52 of Adam Lang. Starting in the 7th spot, we have Daniel Stewart, and outside of him, the 33 of Joshua Thompson. And in row number 5, the 111 of Trevor Burge and Jake, the Ironman Ellingson. In the 11th spot, we'll find the 73 of Ryan Huff and the 74 of Jeremy Burrow. 13th starting spot belongs to the 27 of Steve Loving, with Aaron Mack in the 31 to his outside. Then James Jones in the 10, followed by Steven McDonald in the 16th position. 17th, we'll find Brandon Pollock in the 1, with Trevor Bieber in the 114 to his outside in the 18th spot. And then row 10, we'll find, it's hard to see on my screen, so I want to make sure I'm saying this right, Eric Burkhalter, I apologize, and Jerry Kershaw in the 99, rounding out row number 10. Row 11, Matt Kleeman in the 19, followed by Greg Froelich in the 11. Starting in the 23rd position of Mike Barossa Jr., followed by Phil, the Hitman Manza, to his outside. 25th is Ricky Montgomery with Mike Morcrid to his outside. Charlie Gates in the 55, followed by John Smeal, Jerry LeGrand, Michael Swink, Josh Lokovitz, and Trevor Whitner rounding out the field here as we get ready to do battle here at Texas Motor Speedway for 100 laps. And so again, Jamie Mullins winning that peg leg Feltz pole award. In the chat, we have Masson Adcock saying Melody Airbank, and then we got Aaron Hadcock saying, let's go Tracy Passons, Eric Burkhalter, and Trevin Burge. Let's get it, boys. As the race goes on, I'll make sure to get through some of these awesome paint schemes here. But right now, we're getting ready to go green flag racing as the pace truck is leading them off at turn number 4. The pace truck's getting ready to take that hard left-hand turn onto pit road. Jamie Mullins is going to lead them down to the starting zone. Green flag is in the air, and we're racing here at Texas Motor Speedway. And Rockefeller with a great jump there. Might have beat the leader to the line. We'll have to see how that plays out, if he ends up getting a black flag or not. But he looks like he's going to lose a position now to Fry Hubbard in the 14 as they come off of turn number 2. Hubbard down to the inside. Now it's Tracy Passons jumping down to the bottom side as well, trying to get a good run off of the co-points leader Rockefeller there, but Jason's battling back hard on that outside. And now Hubbard's looking to the inside of Mullins. Looked like he was going to make a move there, but Mullins was able to enter the turn just a little bit better. As the 52 of Adam Lang is now working on that high side, trying to make his way up to the front. Big move, crossover now from Rockefeller, who just barely clears Hubbard. Almost cuts across his nose there and almost got down to the inside of Jamie Mullins as they come off of turn number 4. Rockefeller all over the back bumper right now of that 66 machine. So some great racing already. As we see behind these guys, everybody just kind of spreading out and fanning out there through the back of the field. And now here comes Rockefeller looking down to the inside as they come through the quad oval. Here comes Adam Lang as well, up on that high side, trying to make something happen. As he's looking to make it 3 wide through turns 1 and 2. Adam Lang all the way up on the high side, getting to the outside of Mullins now, trying to take away that second position. He's going to go to the outside of Rockefeller here to try to take the lead. As we're coming to lap number 5, can Lang get that outside lane working? Looks like he's falling back just a little bit. But he's going to move himself into the second position. So a great run already for that 52 machine. Wasted no time trying to get his way up to the front here. And now Adam Lang thought he was going to make a move down to the inside, backs out of it, tries to get a good run off of turn number 4 here to try to set up a pass on Rockefeller. But Rockefeller right now doing a good job holding on to the lead. A little further back, Tracy Passon's going to settle in behind Mullins. Mullins, our points leader, our pole setter, falling back to the 4th position. As now Fry Hubbard's looking down to the inside of Lang, and he gets a great run and clears Lang easily. I think Lang might have had some issues here as he's starting to fall back. I don't know if he got a little loose there off of turn number 4. Oh, it looks like he's having a little connection issue now as well. As he's going to get passed by Tracy Passons. Now the 04 of Michael Kosick looking to make a move here. Battle pursuing me right now between Tracy Passons and Jamie Mullins. This is for the 3rd position. And meanwhile, while that's going on, we see Fry Hubbard has pulled right up to the back bumper of Rockefeller's. Here comes Passons trying to make a move around Mullins. Tracy gets a great run there through the quad oval, easily takes away third position. And now Tri Hubbard down to the bottom, trying to get around the 01 of Jason Rockefeller. He's going to clear him here coming down the backstretch. What's Paston's going to do? Is Tracy going to fall down to the bottom, which he does. Now he's going to try to make the move around Rockefeller. Off of turn number 4. He's going to do it. Now Adam Lang coming back into the picture after falling back quite a bit. Now he's trying to move his way back up to the front. And quite the battle going on here is the 61 of Jake Ellingson. Currently the last car in this the last truck, I should say, in this little group right here. That's a great looking paint job as well. As you see, the top 8 pretty much all single file now. They were pretty much under a blanket a few moments ago, but now everybody kind of straightening out, and Tracy Paston's now trying to battle for the lead here. And now Adam Lang now again trying to make a move in the back, but here comes Paston's down to the inside, trying to take the lead away from Fry Hubbard. Hubbard fighting back hard on that high side. At the line, it was Tracy Paston's by just an inch or so leading that lap. They continue to battle side by side. And into the lead. So Tracy Paston showing having a strong truck here early on here at Texas Motor Speedway. And these guys aren't too worried about burning up tires, as these guys have 5 sets of tires in the pits tonight. Now Fry Hubbard trying to look back down to the bottom side. Tracy opens the door just a little bit, but gets the good run off the high side. Kind of throws a little defensive line down the backstretch and into turn number 3. A little further back, there's a little battle going on back here between the 09 Daniel Stewart and the 74 of Jamie Barol. They were just side by side a moment ago, but now they got back single file as we see the 09 running that little bit higher line. That's a unique thing about Texas here, is you can run a little bit higher line. We see a side by side battle. This is back for the 17th. We see Matt Kleeman as well, trying to make a move here to get around the 73 of Ryan Huff, move himself forward. Matt Kleeman up 7 positions from where he started, making a move up through the field. Right behind now, Eric Burkhalter trying to get around the 73 as well. So while we've got a moment here, let's take a look at some of these. Actually, we got a little battle brewing again, back for the lead. Tracy Paston still running that really defensive line. Fry Hubbard just nowhere to go, not able to make that move. See if we can take a look at some of these awesome paint jobs, though. that some of these guys are running for the special event tonight. Jamie Owens with the Let's Roll. And we saw Cossack earlier with his police, the sheriff looking job right there. Steve Loving running a little different take on his typical Miller scheme with the red, white, and blue. Joshua Thompson. Trevor Burge in the 119. Matt Kleeman still moving up through the field. Currently going around 31 of Aaron Mack. And you've got the 71 of Eric Burkhalter also making a big move here. We got some big moves going on here. This is a good battle for position here between Kleeman and Burkhalter. Kleeman, yeah, and Burkhalter. This is for 13th and 14th. And also the 114 of Travis Beaver. Trying to make a move here as well, up through the field. A little further back, got a couple more paint jobs we can take a peek at. Brandon Pollock in the 1 with the American flag on the side. 22 of Ricky Montgomery also running a tribute paint job. Bill the Hitman Manzo and Greg Froelich. Michael Swink with a great looking truck as well. I think Josh Lokovitz on pit road. Looks like he's been there for quite a bit. So we got a yellow flag out on the track. And I'm, And as the yellow flag has come out, looks like my iRacing has crashed. Do apologize for that. I don't see... There we go. Take a look, see what happened here. Is we had a incident between Rockefeller and Passons. Rockefeller and Passons both crashing in turn number 4. Let's see if we can see what might have led up to this. Well, Rockefeller takes the lead away. Passons takes a great jump down to the bottom here. Yeah, just and I do apologize. I'm having some issues here. I can see my timing scoring, but I can't actually... I think I might have dropped out of iRacing. Give me just a moment, folks. I'll be right back. See if I can get this fixed up here. Welcome back. I do apologize for that, and we are back here at Texas Motor Speedway. You didn't miss much as the lights are just coming off on the pace truck. We're going to re-rack, restack, and refire here at Texas Motor Speedway. And we see everybody going in except for the 43 of Mike Barossa Jr. So everybody else on fresh tires. I do apologize as my train paints is updating the paint jobs as we came back in. So you're going to see these cars flash white for just a moment. Thank you for your patience as we get through the technical side of things. It happens sometimes, but here we go. Pace truck's getting ready to take that hard left-hand turn onto pit road. And the green flag back in the air. And Barossa Jr. gets a great jump over Fry Hubbard in second as they rocket into turn number one. But Adam Lang already looking to the inside of Barossa Jr. trying to take that top spot away. Again, Barossa Jr. on older tires here. We'll have to see how much of a difference older tires play. As Adam Lang looks down to the inside, he's going to easily pass the 43. As we just saw some 3-wide racing back here. They've settled it back into 2-wide as we see Jason Rockefeller up on the high side here as we are 3-wide coming off of turn number 2. Oh, we got a wreck going on here. 33, Joshua Thompson involved. Looked like Barossa Jr. involved as well. No caution. As we continue to roll and not really sure what happened right there. Let's see if we can see. Yeah, it looks like the 33 just got really loose off the corner. And the 43 was making his way back through the field after losing the lead due to those older tires. But up front, Adam Lang continues to lead and starts to pull away. Fry Hubbard now looking down to the inside of Jamie Mullins. I take a week off and this is what happens to me. Fry Hubbard down to the bottom of Jamie Mullins now, trying to take away that second spot. And here comes the 74 of Jeremy Barreau as well, trying to get up into the mix here. David Huff says, come on, Ryan Huff and the Evil Empire Racing. Ryan currently running in the 19th position. Whoop. Steve Loving now making a move. Trying to get himself back up to the front. He's got some front end damage here. He might have been involved in that incident with Rockefeller and Parsons, or he could have been involved in that incident that just happened with Barossa Jr. as we see Barossa Jr. getting ready to go a lap down just out in front of the leaders now. Oh, actually, he's behind the leaders now. He's dropped all the way back and fallen back in the line, letting the field pass. Jason Rockefeller and Steve Lovin now battling side by side. And we've got a caution out on the track. I'm not sure who it's for. But that's going to bring up our first actual Kinder Farm Ranch Wreckage Rewind. It looks like That was almost an impressive save here as we take a look here at what happened. And the 61 of Ellingson just got tagged in the back, and you can see him fighting the wheel in there, trying to keep it off that inside wall. He does keep it off that inside wall, almost comes back up into the 71 of Burkhalter. And then just barely makes a little contact with that inside wall, and to show just how hard he was working in that truck. Let's rewind it back here and see if we can ride along here. And just almost gets it saved. Not a lot of damage to that car, so he's going to be able to continue on. And again, my iRacing is frozen. I'm not sure what's going on here today, and I do apologize. I will be right back with you, as looks like I'm going to have to bear with me just a moment, folks. I'll be right back with you. And we come back live as you see the 10 of James Jones getting spun down the backstretch. And I'm going to rewind manually here, see if we can see what happened. And now we're not going to be able to see what happened. Again, I do apologize. It seems that anytime I switch to a replay, my iRacing wants to freeze. So for the rest of the night here, I do apologize. We're not going to be able to show any replays of what happened. I'm going to try to do it maybe manually, but I do apologize for the technical difficulties that we have been having here tonight with Intensity Broadcasting. But we're back with you. Adam Lang is your leader. I do apologize for missing that restart, but we are trying to get through here tonight. After this race, I'll have to do some technical fix looks on my side, see if I can get this fixed up before the second of the doubleheaders tonight. So currently, Adam Lang is your leader. Fry Hubbard, Jamie Mullins, and Jeremy Burrell, your top four. Michael Kosick in fifth. Stephen Loving, Daniel Stewart, Jason Rockefeller getting back up to eighth after having some issues. Trevor Burge and Matt Kleeman up into the 10th spot. We see our lucky dog coming around track right now. That is the 18 of Michael Swink. Again, we want to thank you for joining us here on Intensity Broadcasting and sticking around through the little technical glitches here tonight as we try to get this right here as we're approaching the halfway point. Again, we thank you for coming out here for the Tunnel to Towers Foundation 150 here on Intensity Broadcasting with the Original Rebels Outlaw Truck Series. As we get ready to go back. Green flag racing here. Lights are off on the pace truck. See Fry Hubbard getting up to the front here. He's going to be on the, as Adam Lang looks like he's going to take the outside here on this restart, putting Fry Hubbard down on the inside. So as we get them re-racked, restacked, getting ready to refire here, pace truck's going to take that hard left-hand turn on the pit road. And there goes the pace truck. Adam Lang's going to lead him back down to the restart zone. Being the leader on the outside, he can go when he wants. Green flag's in the air. Gets a great jump. As Fry Hubbard and Jeremy Burrell now fighting for that second spot. Burrell up on the high side here. He's going to have a great jump. A great launch, I should say, off the corner here. But Fry Hubbard rolls through turns 1 and 2 so much better. Here comes Burrell back on that high side, using that momentum. And side by side, as Adam Lang sees the battle in his mirror. Usually as a leader, that's what you want to see, is those guys battling side by side. But they're actually gaining on the 52. Normally you have two trucks side by side like that. They're racing each other and they're slowing down. But not the case here. As neither one of them giving an inch here. As we're about 5 laps away from halfway. Fry Hubbard now with the advantage on the inside by almost a truck length. Almost clear, and he does clear him going into turn number 1. So Burrell's going to settle down in line. Oh, no, he's going to take a look down to the inside now. Here comes the 66 of Mullins. Also trying to join this group here. You see a 27, Steve Loving, of our points leader, also trying to get up there as well. I'm sorry, he's sitting 3rd in points. Trying to get up here and maximize on the points. As Jason Rockefeller and Tracy Parsons had some issues earlier. Rockefeller up into the 6th spot. Tracy currently in 20th. Trying to claw his way back up to the front. You see Tracy Parsons back here in traffic. We know he's got a fast truck. Let's see if he can claw his way back up to the front. As we ride along, we can ride along here with Tracy and see what he's seeing. It looks like he's just got a mess of trucks here in front of him. Oh. Little incident here, but everybody keeps going in the same direction as we see the 71 now working on the outside here, and we got a yellow flag out. So it looks like Ricky Montgomery having some issues here. That's going to bring up a Kinder Farm and Ranch Wreckage Rewind. Let's see if, by me manually rewinding here, if it causes any issues. As this happened right behind Tracy. Actually, I think we might have to go back just a little bit further. See the 10 up into the wall. And the 22 just, oh. Caught up in the wall there. See if we can see what happened, because that was Barossa. He had a head of steam there as everybody else was checking up, and just catches the 22 and sends him into the wall. And currently everybody coming down onto pit road. See if we can get a good view here of the race off pit lane. Yeah, looks like Jeremy Barolt's going to get the jump off pit road. Fry Hubbard, Adam Lang, Steve Loving, Rockefeller, Jamie Mullins, Daniel Stewart. And looks like Phil the Hitman Manzo staying out here. We see the one of Brandon Pollock stuck behind him here, so not able to take a wave around. We see the 43 of Barossa in front of the 44, so he will be able to take the wave around on one to go, get back onto the lead lap. We see a lot of damage to the rear end of that 44 machine. And hopefully he'll be able to stay up front with that damage. Jeremy Burrell, though, winning the race off of pit road. Followed by Fry Hubbard, Adam Lang, Steve Loving in fifth, making his way up there. Still's got that damage on the front of that truck. You see Brandon Pollock falling all the way to the back of the field. Couple trucks still on pit road. We see the 10 of James Jones. Ricky Montgomery still on pit road as well. Josh Lokovitz still getting on pit road. Not sure what happened to Josh or if he's running race control tonight. As we should be getting the one to go signal this time by. Yep, lights on the pace truck are off. And Manzo's going to choose the inside here. See Rockefeller up there. In the 6th spot. A great recovery after having some issues earlier in the race. Tracy Paston's back in 18th. Trying to claw his way back up there. Still has a long time to get up there, though. As we are just past halfway. As the pace truck gets ready to take that hard left-hand turn on the pit road. And Phil Manzo is going to lead them back to the starting zone. Green flag is in the air. Great jump for that 44 machine. As Fry Hubbard's already trying to look to the inside of Jamie Burrell, but Burrell's going to throw a block down there and get down to the inside. That's going to allow Adam Lang to have a great run on that high side. We see that high side firing off well on the early portions of a run. And Lang's been working that high lane all night long. Here goes the 74 down to the bottom trying to go around Manzo. Here goes Adam Lang up on the high side. They are 3 wide as Lang's going to move himself up into 2nd place. As he's going to clear Fry Hubbard here. and set his sights on Jamie Burrell. Steve Loving moves up into the 4th position. He's looking up to the high side, trying to get a run here on the 14 of Hubbard. Right now, Adam Lang trying to chase down that 74 machine to retake the lead here. Steve Loving's now looking down to the inside. Has the run through the quad oval and into turn number 1, and Fry Hubbard's going to have to give that position up. As we've seen Fry not be able to work that high lane as well as some others tonight. And Steve Loving makes the great move there in the 3rd position. Hubbard tried to look back down to the inside, but was not able to make it work. A little further back, we've got a gaggle of cars back here. Jason Rockefeller actually falling back to 7th on the restart. And he's battling with Phil Manzo right now. See Daniel Stewart, the 09, also trying to get around Manzo and Rockefeller. Travis Bieber up here as well, the 04 Akasik. Trevor Burge, Steve McDonald, all in this group as well. Up front, we've got a battle for the lead. As Adam Lang was trying to make a move on Jamie Burrell, and Steve Loving threw it in there and tried to make a move on Lang. As Steve pushes up the track, almost gets into the side of the 52. They're able to keep it going straight, but that killed both their momentum. Coming off of turn number 2 as they continue to battle through turns 3 and 4. Steve Loving, I think, has got the upper hand on that low side. He's really rolling that bottom better than I've seen anybody else so far tonight. He's going to clear the 52 and set his sights on Jeremy Burrell now. As Adam Lang thought about making a move back on the high side. Ooh, Lang having some connection issues there for a second. And as I cross the line this time, Steve Loving and Jay Burrell basically ran the same lap time. Burrell ran a 30:49. Steve Loving ran a 30:48. So Loving just a little bit quicker, but not significant enough to really be able to chase down that 74 machine. A little further back in the pack, our points leader, Tracy Passons, currently trying to get around the 68 machine of Stephen McDonald to take away the 11th position. We see Tracy really showing some speed here. We know he's had a fast truck all day long. That puts him up into the 11th position, trying to move his way back to battle for the win here. Oh, battle on track back here as we see Matt Kleeman trying to get around Phil Manzo, who's fallen all the way back into the 14th position. So that gamble to stay out really didn't pay off for him. He did get the lead a couple laps, so that always helps us. We see Greg Froelich making a big move around Ryan Huff here. Froelich hits the apron just a little bit. That's going to kill his momentum, and Burkhalter is going to take the advantage here, try to get back around Froelich. And I just missed it, but Steve Loving has passed Jamie Burrell for the lead. So move Steve Loving up into the point. Jason Rockefeller has moved up in the 3rd. So with Tracy being far back in 11th right now, this could shake up the points quite a bit here. As Burrell making a move back down to the bottom and hits the apron, loses all his momentum. That's going to allow Rockefeller to get right there on that back bumper and try to look down to the inside. Now he's looking up to the high side. Here comes Fry Hubbard now looking down to the inside of Rockefeller. So a little error there from the 01. Opens the door and lets Fry Hubbard back to his inside as they rocket off of turn number 2. Oh, Rockefeller with the aggressive move gets clear of Fry Hubbard and dives all the way down to the bottom of the track to try to take away second place again from 74 of Jeremy Barol. And as they come off of turn number 4, Rockefeller gets a great launch off the corner. As we ride along here with Jeremy Barol, we can see if Rockefeller gets a run here. You can hear him not lifting. Able to stay right on the gas all the way through the corner as Rockefeller is taking a look up to the high side. Not able to do anything. Little bumper there from the 01. We saw a little bit of contact there. Looked like Rockefeller was trying to do the old little bump and run there through the corner as Rockefeller looks back to the outside. We got a battle shaping up for the lead here. Jeremy Barol is looking back down to the inside of Steve Loving, and Jeremy Barol is going to take the lead back away. Loving now with the aggressive move down to the bottom, slicing and dicing, and man, you're top 6, top 7, all under a blanket here. As we're coming to 30 laps to go in just a couple laps. Steve Loving back to the lead. Barol looking up on the high side. Fry Hubbard looking down on the low side. Also, we see Adam Lang coming back in the picture. Rockefeller up on the high side. And the way they're 2x2 in line right now. Oh, Barol gets loose. Catches the wall. And now Mullins up into the wall as well, trying to avoid the 74. Here comes Tracy Passons. Passons up into the 8th position. And what a chain of events there as Barol is going to fall back to the 6th spot. Looks like he might have got a little loose there through the quad oval. Battling for the lead. I also checked up Jason Rockefeller quite a bit as he's got the 52 of Adam Lang all over his back bumper. Adam Lang looking down to the inside, trying to get around Rockefeller. Just not able to make it happen. And a great recovery for the 53 of Tracy Passons now, as Tracy's been able to make his way back up into the top 10. And he's continuing to move forward. Like Passons now looking down to the inside of the 74 of Jeremy Barol, trying to take away that 7th position, which he does. And now he's going to set his sights on the 09 of Daniel Stewart. Daniel Stewart, one of the more consistent runners this season. Always up towards the front. Hasn't had the finishes he wants, but able to keep himself up to the front here and keep himself in the top 10. Currently running in 6th. Now Steve Loving and Fry Hubbard going battling at it still. Hubbard's right there on the back bumper, but not able to get around the 27. See Hubbard looking down to the inside. But Loving has such a great run off the corner. And oh, almost a little sideways there for Hubbard. Thought about making the move. Tucked back in behind. Almost lost it there on the backstretch. Now here comes Rockefeller back into the mix. He's got back up to our leaders. As Fry Hubbard's taking a look down to the inside of Steve Loving. Rockefeller looking to the middle here, trying to make it 3 wide. Almost does. He's giving a big push to Fry Hubbard down the backstretch into turn number 3. Hubbard's going to take over the lead, and Rockefeller going to move into second as Steve Loving falls back in the third. Adam Lang trying to take that third position back away from Steve Loving as we come across the line this time. We'll have just 25 laps to settle it here at Texas. Adam Lang down to the inside of Loving now. And Loving's going to have to surrender that third spot. Still having a great points day, trying to claw his way back up towards the top of the point standings. Currently in third. Third place coming into this race and having a great showing here at Texas. Speaking of having great showings, Tracy Passons really coming through the field. Trying to get by the 114 of Travis Bieber to take over that 5th position. And try not to lose too many points on Rockefeller here. As we see Steve Loving falling back just a little bit. So Steve Loving having some issues here late in this run. May have burnt his stuff off just a little bit, trying to keep the lead. And right now, Fry Hubbard out in front. Right now, our 2 biggest movers of the field are both Travis Bieber in that 114 machine, who's currently under attack from the 52 of Tracy Passons, and the 18 of Michael Swink, as Swink's looking to get around the 55 of Charles Gates Jr. And Travis Bieber's in jeopardy of losing the 5th spot to Tracy Passons. And that'll give sole possession of the Ray Cobb Hard Charger Award to the 18 of Michael Swink. Daniel Stewart under attack, just got passed by Michael Kosick. Move him back into the 9th position as we got a car on pit road. Looks like Mike Barossa Jr. from the lead lap, currently on pit road. Last time he was on pit road was, I believe, lap 49. So it makes me wonder if everybody else is going to have to come in here and make one more pit stop. Fry Hubbard, though, has a huge lead off of Adam Lang now. 2.5 is Adam Lang. Jason Rockefeller going at it. Last time by, Fry Hubbard was 0.3 of a second faster than both Hubbard and Rockefeller, so that 14 truck is hooked up. Adam Lang just hoping to have a great points day here. Rockefeller trying to take sole possession of the points lead. And Steve Loving trying to get himself up in the second in points. So now Rockefeller falling back quite a bit. Adam Lang might have found something there. He just ran 2 tenths faster than Rockefeller. And Rockefeller and Steve Loving see some company in the mirror as the 53 of Tracy Passons up in 5th, trying to take the 4th spot away from Steve Loving. So this is 1, 2, and 3 in points right now as we Tracy get a little loose there through turns 3 and 4. This is 1st, 2nd, and 3rd in points. Currently 3rd, 4th, and 5th in the race. Again, Rockefeller. Rockefeller and Tracy Passons both tied for 1st place in points, with Steve Loving just 15 points back. Adam Lang 14th in points right now, but a 2nd place finish would be a huge points day for him as Fry Hubbard's getting ready to come down the backstretch here. And as he crosses the line this time by, we'll have just 15 laps to go to settle it. Matt Kleeman starting to claw his way up through the field right now. Currently in 13th, trying to get around the 66 and the 71. That's Jay Mullins and Eric Burkhalter, respectively. Great battle on track right now. Another great battle up on track right now is Steve Loving and Tracy Passons. As Tracy has been about a 10th of a second faster the last couple laps. As you see the speed through the quad oval there. Now Tracy looking down to the inside of Loving to move him up into the 4th position. So now is there enough time for him to chase down Rockefeller? Steve Loving battles back on the inside, but I don't think he's going to be able to make the... He's going to be able to clear Loving there. Also, Travis Beaver coming into the mix here. As Rockefeller just past Adam Lang to take away the 2nd position. And right behind him, we see Tracy Passons getting back around Steve Loving. And now Steve Loving having to battle with the 114 of Travis Beaver, which is going to allow Passons just to pull away. And Tracy setting his sights on that 52 machine. And at this point, Fry Hubbard has just checked out. See the gap back to 2nd and 3rd at the top of the screen. Fry Hubbard currently 2.5 seconds. Didn't realize I didn't have the gap up there the whole time. I'm sorry, but 2.5 seconds. Well, actually, Rockefeller made up a bit of a gap there. Cut it back to 2.1 seconds. And Tracy Passons continues to be the fastest truck on track right now. But again, I'm not sure what the fuel range is on these trucks. Hopefully everybody can make it as we come across the line. We have just 10 laps to go here at Texas Motor Speedway. And now Jason Rockefeller and Adam Lang actually running much faster times than Fry Hubbard, as the gap is now just about 2 seconds. And yellow is out on the track. And See if we can bring up a Kinder Farm and Ranch Wreckage Rewind to see what might have brought this out. I cannot tell what brought this out, so this is going to change everything, though. It's going to bunch the field back up, and I wonder if anybody's going to come in to pit road. With just 8 laps to go. They come off of turn number 4. We'll see if anybody does come down on the pit road. It looks like everybody's coming down to pit road. So let's see if I can set up a camera view here to get a good view off of pit road to see who can win the battle off. This right here is this yellow line you see. That is the race off of pit road. And the first truck down and away is Rockefeller. Fry Hubbard, Daniel Stewart, Adam Lang, Tracy Passion, Steve Loving, Travis Bieber, Michael Kosick. As they continue to roll off. So Fry Hubbard is going to be your leader here. Followed by the 09 of Daniel Stewart. Adam Lang in third. Tracy Passons falling back to fourth. Steve Loving falling back to fifth. Travis Bieber sixth. Michael Kosick seventh. Steve McDonald, Eric Burkhalter, and Trevor Burge rounding out your top 10. So you get a 43. Mike Barossa Jr. up in front of the leader is going to be able to take that wave around to get back onto the lead lap here. Don't forget to join us back here at Intensity Broadcasting in about 40 minutes after this race is over at about 10 Eastern for the original Rebels Truck Series as they take on Texas Motor Speedway for 100 laps. So, fresh tires for the field. Full tank of fuel. We know we can make it to the end now on fuel. Everybody on fresh rubber, which means we'll have to watch out for some people getting a little too aggressive here on these fresh tires. So, you know, cold tires do have a lot of grip, but not immediately. As we get ready to re-rack them, restack them, and get ready to refire them here at Texas Motor Speedway. And it looks like Fry Hubbard is going to take the inside on this restart, leaving Daniel Stewart up on the outside. That's going to put Adam Lang on the inside behind Fry Hubbard, and See if those two can get a good jump here. Watch out for that 53 of Tracy Passons, too. I know he's trying to get his way back up to the lead here after having some issues earlier. So here we go. When we cross the line, we'll have just 4 laps to settle it. His truck pulls off, and immediately Fry Hubbard hits the gas, and we're back green flag racing. And Daniel Stewart under attack now from the 52 of Adam Lang, as Adam Lang's going to look down to the inside, trying to take that second position away. Steve Loving already up in the 4th around Tracy Passons, moving Passons down the 5th. Passons now looking back to the inside of Loving. Love is now looking down to the inside of the 09 of Daniel Stewart. Take away the 3rd position, Adam Lang. Running down Fry Hubbard. Last time by, he was 0.2 faster than the 14 machine. As he's going to take a look down to the inside, come back up to the top. Is he within striking distance as we come across the line? Popsicle sticks will be in the air. We'll have just 2 laps to go here when they cross the line. Steve Loving has moved up into the 3rd position. Tracy Passons back in 4th. And Rockefeller back in the 15th position. Steve Loving throws a big block down the backstretch on Passons, trying to keep that 52 machine behind him. Sorry, 53 machine behind him. And Passons, and the yellow flag is out before we take the white. It looks like it's for the 55 of Charlie Gates Jr. See if we can take a Kinder Farm and Ranch wreckage rewind here to see what happened to the 55. If anybody else, looks like the 74 was involved as well. They come off of turn number 2, and the 55 just loses it all by himself down on the bottom. Oh. Looks like the engine has expired on that 55 machine. Let's bring this back. Let me see if we can see exactly what happened, because I think that was more of a case of the wrong place at the wrong time for the 55. Because I believe the 74 got loose at the same time as Jeremy Burrell. Actually, Jeremy Burrell right in front of our co-points leader, Rockefeller. As I mentioned, cold tires here. Comes into the corner. Just gets a little too hot into the corner. Loses it all by himself. Then the 55 didn't even realize the 74 was coming down the track, and hard contact made. One last view. I want to jump on board here with the 55. Fast forward to the incident here, and let's see if he could actually see anything. Yeah, I don't even think he realized that truck was down there. Well, Fry Hubbard's still your leader. This is going to shake things up here. As now Adam Lang Tracy Passons and Steve Loving are all within striking distance of the leader and of the podium. So this will be our first attempt at a green-white checker. And the lights will be going off on the pace truck next time by. Stacy Passons says, "Let's go, Tracy." And Laura Lynn says, "You got this, Fronek. Go get him." Fronek currently sitting in the 18th position. Looking to make his way back up towards the front here. Just a couple laps to go. See if he can gain a couple positions. As they come back onto the front stretch here, the lights on the pace truck will be turning off. We're going to get ready to go back racing. See who, if we can decide, or see who is going to win here at Texas Motor Speedway. And Fry Hubbard's going to take the low side yet again. Again, don't forget to join us back here just before 10 o'clock Eastern as we have the original Rebels getting ready to take on Texas for 100 laps here in the Tunnel of the Towers Foundation 150. Pace truck gets ready to take that hard left-hand turn off onto pit road, and as we saw last time, Fry Hubbard went immediately after the pace truck left the racing surface. This time he slowly brings the field back down to the restart zone. And hits that loud pedal. Green flags back in the air. And another great jump for Fry Hubbard as Adam Lang and Steve Loving are trying to battle for that second position. Tracy Passons moves up into the fourth position now. With just 2 laps to go in this green-white checker, can Passons move up into second place or third place? As here goes Adam Lang down to the bottom, trying to take the lead away from Fry Hubbard. He's going to do it. Steve Loving going to move it into second, and here comes Tracy Passons getting around the leader, ex-leader, into third, and the yellow flag is back out. It looks like the one of Brandon Pollock having some issues here, along with the 33. And let's see if we can bring up another Kinder Farm and Ranch Wreckage Rewind to see what happened here between these two. Well, it actually started a little bit in front of the one. So bear with me while I figure out exactly what happened here. All right, well, this has got a little bit to break down here, so let's see if we can do it here in slow-mo. You got Rockefeller looking down to the inside of the 71. of Burkhalter and the 73 of Ryan Huff. They're 3 wide going into the corner. It looks like the 71 kind of came down onto the 73 just a little bit. He goes spinning up the track. Here comes the 33 now. Thought he was going to be clear. And the 71 comes back up into the track. That sends the 33 up on his roof. Meanwhile, while he's flipping, here comes the 99 of Jerry Kershaw and the 43 of Barossa coming in. That puts the 71 up on his roof. And the 1 of Brandon Pollock actually goes down and underneath the flipping 71 machine. I believe that's everybody there involved. 71 lands back on his wheels, but I don't think he's going to have any engine power, so he's going to have to tow to get back up into the pits. And the way that the yellow came out, Adam Lang will be your leader. Fry Hubbard will be in second. Steve Loving in third, and Tracy Passons back in fourth. As Amber Adcock-Beal says, number 53. What do you got, Uncle Tracy? Take that win. So Amber rooting on Tracy Passons here. As we get ready for another green-white checker. It looks like yet again, Adam Lang's going to take that bottom side here. But the lights on the pace truck are still on, so I'll have to wait a moment to see what he decides to do here. As I believe the lights on the pace truck will be coming off this time, which they do. Adam Lang is going to take the inside here. Paul Passon says, time running out, Tracy. These green-white checkers are helping out Passons right now. It's allowed him to catch right back up into the leaders. We try to get into the podium position here. We saw Fry Hubbard have some issues there on that last restart. I don't know if he's just burnt his tires off a little bit, or if everybody else has a little better shot here. We'll have to see what Fry Hubbard has here for both Adam Lang and see if he can keep himself up at the front here. As the pace truck takes that hard left-hand turn onto pit road. Let's see how Adam Lang restarts this race, as we saw Fry Hubbard playing a few games, which he can do. He has every right. He is the control car. Fry Hubbard laying back just a little bit here, trying to get a good run, trying to time that restart. Green flag is back in the air. Adam Lang is going to clear Fry Hubbard by at least 2 car lengths as they head into turn number 1. Tracy Passons and Steve Loving battling side by side. Passons up on the high side, Loving down on the low side. Loving's going to take third away Down the backstride, Paston's looking down to the inside, comes back up high, trying to get a good run off the corner and take one more shot for a podium spot here. White flag is in the air. Adam Lang up to a 2-second, almost a 0.3 second lead as, Steve Loving makes some contact with Fry Hubbard. Tracy Passons moves up into second. Hubbard falling all the way back, lost his momentum. Passons up in the second place as they come off of turn number 4. But your winner tonight is going to be the 52 of Adam Lang as he crosses the line to get his first win here in the Original Rebels Outlaw Series. Tracy Passons coming home second. Steve Loving in third. Daniel Stewart and Travis Bieber come home top 5. Jason Rockefeller coming home in 6th. You see the 52 around on the backstretch. Not sure what happened to him. Let's just kind of curious. I know it's a little early for the looks like he was just celebrating and spun it out. A little early there for the celebratory demolition derby, but he's going to start it off himself on the backstretch. And your winner tonight, the 52 of Adam Lang, as we take a look at the rest of your results here. Greg Frodick in the 11 machine comes home in 11th. As we see in the background, the 52 of Adam Lang having a celebratory slide through the grass. Jamie Mullins, John Smeal, Jamie Baralt, and Ryan Huff round out your top 15. 16 is going to be Phil the Hitman Manzo. 17th, Fry Hubbard falls all the way back into the 17th position. Matt Kleeman, Steve McDonald, and Charlie Gates Jr. round out the top 20 as we take a look at the rest of the field here. And we get ready for our interviews here tonight. Get ready for everybody to come up into the waiting room here tonight. As we're going to get ready for our Shappy Edits post-race interviews here. And we are going to talk to our third place finisher, Steve Loving. Steve, you got Josh up in the booth. You got me? Oh, Steve, you got Josh up in the booth. You got me?
Hey, Josh, what's going on, man?
Man, not much. Great job tonight. Coming home in third. Coming in third in points tonight. 15 points behind Rockefeller and Passons. I know Passons finishing ahead of you doesn't really do much for you, but Rockefeller finishing behind you gives you a little bit of confidence, a little bit of few points up on him. How did your race go? I know early in the race you had some contact in the front of that truck was pretty beat up. What happened?
Yeah, we were coming out of the corner. I don't know who it was, but someone got really, really loose. I lit up a little bit and still pushed into him a little bit. But aside from that, it was a pretty clean run. But yeah, that gave me some aero damage. So once I got up in first, I noticed I really couldn't do much, and I had to stay in the draft.
For sure, and definitely a great run, being able to come home in third. Tires really seem to be a bit of a difference. Did that last run, did you expect everybody to come in for tires when that caution came out with 10 laps to go?
Yeah, absolutely. I was actually hoping it would stay green. But yeah, when that came out, I was like, all right, we're going to freshen up. Let's scrub them off and give it a hard run.
Awesome, man. Well, again, congratulations on the third place finish. Before we let you go tonight, anybody you want to thank? Anyone you got a shout out tonight?
Yeah, first, it was great racing with Adam and Fry. Fry ran out of gas on that between 1 and 2 on that last lap. That's what caused a little bit of the chaos there. Aside from that, JC Motorsports that I'm a part of, also JBR. They're very helpful working with them. Meza Motorsports, Smule Racing Designs, Magic Mike's, Seth, Pegleg, P&J Motorsports, pretty much the whole crew, and obviously Intensity Broadcasting for the great coverage.
Thanks, Steve. We appreciate that. And again, congratulations on third. And as the season goes on, I'm sure we'll be talking to you again.
Absolutely. Thanks.
So that was your third place finisher, Steve Loving. Let's bring in your second place finisher, Tracy Passons. Tracy, you got Josh up in the booth. You got me?
Hey, Josh, how we doing?
Man, I'm doing well, and great run again tonight. 2 wins on the season. Now another second place finish, taking over sole position of that points lead. Now that's got to feel pretty good.
It sure does, Josh.
As the race went on, I know you got involved in an incident early on in the race with Rockefeller, and you fell all the way back to the pack, end of the pack, and clawed your way back through the field to come back second. How did you do that? What was the secret to coming through the field like that?
I just had a good line that I've been practicing, and I didn't waver from it and kept it. I'm kind of sorry that I got into Rockefeller because I sure didn't mean to. Had a good run on him and just barely touched him. I tried to get off of it, but I couldn't.
For sure. And man, I know it's got to feel good being up here in the booth and talking on the podium again. Has especially clawing back from the back. I know you've got a laundry list of people you want to thank because every week we've got so many people here cheering you on. We've got Amber cheering you on tonight, Paul, Stacy. So you got the whole crew pulling. You got the whole crew cheering you on tonight.
Yes, sir. I thank all of them for that.
And anybody else you got to thank tonight? Any other shout outs you got to give?
Yeah, Kinder Farm and Ranch and Smell Design and Magic Mike Motorsports and Seth Griff and Peg Leg and P&J Motorsports and your broadcasting because you do a good job every week and just enjoy doing this. And I'm still thinking about the people that lost their lives on 9/11 and everything.
For sure, as we all are, and it's a somber weekend for everybody. But again, congratulations on the second place finish. And I'm sure as the season goes on, we'll be talking to you again real soon.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Okay.
Have a great one. Have a great one. So that was your second place finisher, Tracy Passons. Let's bring in your winner tonight, Adam Lang. Adam, you got Josh up in the booth. You got me?
Yes, I do.
Man, a great finish last week coming home on the podium. We said you had some momentum coming into this week, and you come out and win it tonight with a dominating performance. I mean, you were just early in the runs. It seems like you had so much speed, especially up on that high side. How were you able to work the high side a little bit better than everybody else here tonight?
So I was up there. I was getting really tight when I was behind the other trucks in front of me. So I went up there and I was getting a massive run down the straightaways, and it was working out for me.
For sure. And then when that caution came out with 10 laps to go, I saw everybody come in. I heard Fry Hubbard ran out of fuel. Was fuel really the concern there at the end? And was it a good idea to get a little bit extra fuel in the tank, as it looks like it didn't pay out for that 14 machine?
Oh yeah, definitely. I was up until that caution, I was actually gaining on Fry a little bit, but I started backing off. I was clutching it going down in turn 1 because I was right on the verge of running out of fuel, like at the line on the last lap.
Awesome, man. Well, before you let you go, anybody you want to thank? Any shout outs you got to give?
Yeah, I got to thank my wife and kids. I got to thank Pale Horse Racing and Michael Swink and Garrett Kinder for bringing me on. I got to thank Intensity Broadcasting for another amazing broadcast. Mesa Motorsports, Goat Locker Racing, JC Motorsports, Smule Racing Designs, Magic Mike Motorsports, Seth Griffith, all these guys. Without them, this series wouldn't even be possible. And it's so much fun every week.
Awesome, man. Well, again, congratulations on the win tonight. Your first win here in the Outlaws. And I'm sure we'll be talking again soon as the season goes on.
Thank you.
So that was your winner tonight, Adam Lang. As that concludes our broadcast here of the Outlaws. We have the original Rebels starting up in just a few minutes. I got some technical stuff I got to fix on my side. So don't forget to join us back here on Intensity Broadcasting in just a few minutes for the Rebels trucks. And as our boy Atlee Atman Weiss would say,